welcome to the Barely Living Dread Girls podcast, your home for horror hotties who love to garden. I'm Casey.
And I'm Jess. The day that we're recording this is going to be one of our favorite holidays, so happy 420 to all who celebrate.
Yes!
Also my birthday's in 2 days, so happy birthday to me, your favorite Taurus goddess. Birthday.
Yes.
You can send me money. That is allowed and encouraged, actually.
Very encouraged, yes.
But anyways, back to this. Thank you. And I'll spend it. So she knows I'm gonna spend some on her too. So, everything. Being friends with me is just like, hey, I have all this shit. I think that you should have it because I love you, and it works out well for everybody. I think because receiving gifts seems to be a love language that most people appreciate.
Yay! Yes, it is. Anyway, what movie are we talking
about? I'm on a
tangent.
Today, I'm so sorry. I was gardening really hard this morning already. We are covering. It's a really fun full circle moment for us because the first ever episode we recorded in my living room here on
when we were
laptop speakers.
Yeah. Yep, on laptop speakers. Yep. No video. Yeah.
It was the original Black Phone. And now we're covering Black Phone 2! Yay!
Yes, and I was just telling Jess that I watched half of it one day and half of it another day. And I had wildly different opinions about the movie. So this is going to be chaotic because Jess is super high, I'm pretty high. And I hated it for the first half one day. And then I liked it again. And now I don't know how I feel about it.
I was literally thinking the whole time how much, because I've only watched it much like Ugly Stepsister, I'd only watched it one other time before I watched it for filming.
Mm-hmm, me too.
I loved it even more.
I don't know what I was feeling the other day, but it wasn't good stuff.
I wasn't love.
But then I watched the second half last night, and I was like, no, this is actually not bad. I kind of like it. But also, the pacing of the first half is not great. I'm going to be honest, it's not. I think it's too dream-heavy, and not... I don't know, I feel like they rely so much on it being, like, on the aesthetic, and it being, like, tense, and I didn't get that the second time around.
Okay.
But anyway... We'll go through the whole thing, of course. First things first, Ethan Hawke is still hot.
Until he's not.
Yeah.
I literally, it's really funny you say that, because there's a point, when Kyle and I watched this movie together the first time, for both of us, and I literally, because he knows how I feel about Ethan Hawke.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan, daddy. I've talked about it multiple times on this podcast and in person. I've probably, if you've met me, we've talked about how I think Ethan Hawke is daddy. Like, it's just part of my personality package.
Come to around, please.
I didn't even think about that as being a possibility. Holy
I don't know
God.
if he does conventions.
I hope. I would. Maybe if his daughter does the convention, he'll be there, because sometimes he's like I don't know.
The way I would die to meet Maya. Oh my God.
I would too. Yeah, I'll take both. But but yeah, I looked at Kyle at one point in the movie and I said, I don't think Ethan Hawke is hot in this movie anymore. I'm so sad about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's pretty vile at one point.
It's pretty gross. He's also a kid killer.
Yeah, no, and heavily implied a sexual assault too. They never say it, but they imply it.
Yeah. I mean, there are things I really like about this movie, and then there are things that I don't like, things that I don't know how I feel about. I still think I love the first one more. I think the first one is so tight and just such a good movie and a good story.
Our movie opens in 1957. We have a young lady in the middle of nowhere, from what we can tell, at this like like phone booth in the middle of this like clearly snowy area, and then we
On the
we
side of a
learn
lake.
it's on the side of a lake, and we learn it's in Colorado, which makes sense when you think about all the snow. Well, the phone rings, as it does in these movies.
As it tends to do.
As it tends to do.
As a phone tends to do. No, I love the...
Yeah.
We're stupid. I do love the casting on the young mom. I think that she looks a lot like
Winnie.
who they cast for the... Yeah, and for Winnie, yeah. Yeah, so, I like the call, but do we need it 3 times? I don't know. Anyway, we get this phone call. Her mom, we later find out it's Gwen and Finney's mom, and it's like a young her, and she's... Is it Gwen having this dream about her mom?
In the beginning, we don't know.
Okay.
All we hear is her saying we don't even hear the voice on the other end of the phone. We just hear her saying, like, they carved numbers in the ice. And then we don't find anything else out till later about that. Then we cut to opening with Finn beating the shit out of some kid.
He's the new Robin.
Now, and I love that he's got the whole, like, gotta make it bloody, put on a show.
He's the new Robin. That's what Robin always said. Bloodier the better.
Yeah.
I do wonder how and why they chose a winter setting. Just like why that came about as like an aesthetic for the camp.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think it's interesting, and I like the aesthetic. I don't know. I just wonder how that kind of came about, because it seems like such a very intentional thing.
Yeah.
I do wonder who would send their kids to a snowy camp, a winter camp, because like...
People in Colorado are built different, girl.
Yeah, but like... Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We get 4 inches of snow and we gotta close down school.
I'm fine with that.
And I'm fine with that too, but we're not built for that life. We're not built for this.
Yeah.
People go skiing for fun, bitch. Like, of course they're gonna send their kids to a little winter camp. Yeah. I said summer camp.
Summer camp. I want to go to summer camp. I want to go clown camp.
I want to go to clown camp too.
It's so expensive. Yeah, so they all look so different. Kids at that age, teenagers, they change so much in just a few years. And so Finney looks like a little man now. And Gwen looks so grown up and so different. Like, she just... Yeah, I love the way you can watch, young actors change like that. And I will say a lot of people online were, like, trash-talking, is it Madeline McGraw, or...
No.
I can't remember which one of the sisters it is. I mix them up because they're both amazing, and, anyway... what was I saying?
Madeline McGraw.
Okay. A lot of people online were, like, trash-talking her acting in this movie and saying it was, like, really cringe and bad, and the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, okay, I don't see that. Where? I think she's so amazing. I think she does...
Her emotions feel so raw.
Yes. She really, I feel like she really lets herself go in those kind of scenes. And
she crushed it in the first one with, like, the scene I think of is, like, her dropping the vodka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, like, they're just dreams.
My dreams are just dreams.
So sad, dude.
She's always been such a badass.
Better throughout the years. So I disagree with the people online.
I agree.
Shocker.
Right? You know how people online are. Those online people.
Stupid.
I do really like the lingo, because, like, the way she talks feels so, like, of the time for a teenager. She's like, that's so choice, that's
Her
mint.
one-liners,
how radical. Too. Yeah, they felt a little more forced this time around, I will say. I think it's funnier in the first one because she's so young.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of these, it felt like, I don't know, in more, because, like, in the first one, it was funny situations where she would say it, and in this one, it felt like we would be in the middle of a serious moment, and she would say something like that, and I get that it's because she's, like, a foul mouth and she's strong, but it felt like a couple times they were doing it just to be like, oh, look, Gwenny still, does this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I'll feel differently halfway through this movie.
I love the one-liners. I think they're cheesy, but I'm a cheesy gal, so I think that's why I'm like, okay. But I also, like, make stupid comments in really dark situations, so maybe that's why I'm like, I relate. I relate. Doesn't mean it's
I don't blame you.
appropriate, but
Yeah.
but
one thing
yeah.
I love. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say we got Ernie, who's Ernesto, Robin's little brother. I love
Yes.
Ernesto. Ernesto
Yes.
Stan, okay?
Yes,
I was
he
like,
is a
if
sweetie.
you kill Ernesto, that's like killing a dog in a horror movie. I'm fucking leaving.
Yes, because
You
he's a
kill
little golden
Ernie,
retriever baby.
I'm leaving. No.
I love that the dynamic of the three of them. It's just because it's big brother, little sister, and
yeah,
and not and it's, I think it's especially cute because, like, obviously Ernesto and Gwen like each other, and Finney's gonna be a little protective about it, but Finney can't even be that mad or that protective because it's his dead best friend's little brother. It's like, you can't even say anything bad about him. You have to like him. You know what I mean? It's like,
he tries really hard not to like him.
Because of course, that's your job.
But he's fucking likable. He's a likable guy, and he goes to, like, no, like, there are no ends that he will go to, like, that he won't go to for Gwenny. And we stand. He got a Duran Duran ticket. He went to this winter camp with her.
I love it.
She's
1 second.
Robin's brother's protector.
I love that they kept the dad's redemption arc. I think it would have been so easy to have him go back to alcoholism and abuse, because that is typically what happens. I mean, you know what I mean.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
But it's so, I love their relationship. I love him this whole movie, and I love Jeremy Davies, so it's nice to see him as, like, a loving father. I know, and that first one, it's so hard. Yeah, so I love that. I think he like, because he's about to get his 3-year chip. He's been sober. He's trying. He loves his kids, and he's trying for them. And I get it. I mean, his wife, he found his wife hung in the garage. He's going through some shit.
Yeah, I absolutely love his continued arc of his continuous arc of redemption throughout this movie, because I was so devastated with even how the last one ended, because I was like, these kids aren't Finn's not going back to a better situation being at home.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's better than being kidnapped in a basement, but not by much.
Yeah, but
your dad's an abusive alcoholic. You're watching him beat your sister, and there's nothing you can do. Like, it's really good that what happened put it into perspective for the dad in a way that's like, I give a shit about this family, and I cannot afford to lose somebody else that I love. And I'm glad that he took that seriously, because, like you said, that could have caused an even worse spiral. He could have been like, I couldn't protect my own kid, and then, goes harder into addiction, but he fucking didn't, and I'm proud of him. And I don't know, it reminds me a lot of, like, my dad and his character in the first one. And so, like, I was really rooting for him to get better, And I'm so glad, because They even,
We,
like, focus on, like, beer commercials and, like, Finney being like,
yeah,
don't fucking drink. And I'm like, oh
yeah,
god, he's gonna relapse. And then luckily he didn't, because I was like,
I
don't.
do love that moment that he is standing there, he's alone in the house, and there's a beer commercial, and it really hits home for a lot of people, like, how, how much, if you are struggling, it's constantly shoved in your face. Like, drink, here's alcohol, here's advertisements for it, and it's constant. And yeah,
And sobriety
we
is
love a
something-
well-earned redemption arc.
Yeah, and sobriety is something you have to wake up and choose every day.
Yeah,
You have to
absolutely
wake up and, like, know that those struggles are coming your way. So it's like,
it doesn't just stop one day and you're like, oh, I'm
no,
all
you're like,
better.
oh, I don't crave beer, I don't crave whatever anymore. That's
that doesn't,
unfortunately not
that's
how
really
it
not how it
works.
works. No, unfortunately, it's really not.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get a lot of Gwen's dreams, and this is when I feel like the pacing kind of starts to fall apart a little, because there's a good 20 minutes or so where it just feels like a lot of dreams, and we're getting, and I mean, I guess you're kind of getting the backstory, but I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's too many dreams in a row and not a lot of, like, stuff actually happening. Maybe I'm wrong.
So, you know what's fucked up?
What?
Now that we're talking about this and I'm looking back at my notes, I'm like, damn, those dreams were kind of repetitive though, weren't they?
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm glad that I wasn't just being an asshole that day.
No. I mean, I watched this with I'm looking at it at a different lens now a little bit, because I'm just like, there were a lot of dream sequences, and there was, like, cute moments of, like, her trying to, like, research. But there's nothing really that important to talk about in here, I'm, like, looking through talking points, and I'm just like, yeah, Ernie gave her some tarot cards, and we get a flashback of James Ransone, which I loved.
That was very nice. Rest in peace. Yeah, she goes back to the basement. We get the other end of so that call that happens in the beginning, we hear 3 times. So we hear the other end of it with Gwen on the other end, responding to the questions. And then later on, we get the actual call that she made, what her mom would have heard on the other end. So, and that's another thing that felt, because it was kind of cool getting that second viewpoint, but that third one comes pretty close after that. And with the repetitive dreams, it felt very like, okay, where are we going? Come on. So it's like beginning cool, and then there's this like middle section where it's like, come on, let's do something. And then that like last like 20 minutes, half hour, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is cool and cheesy, and I love it. So yeah, I can. Maybe I wasn't fucking just in a bad mood the other day or something, but
well,
yeah,
I think the things that are like most important to note are she's having these like crazy dreams. She's like sleepwalking. She ends up in the grabber's old house at one point.
That's when she sees the James Ransone.
Yeah, and we see that Finney's also starting to experience, like, I know we saw him hearing the phone ring and stuff in the first one, and, like, being able to communicate with the ghosts but not see them. So we get to see a little bit more of that, but he actually is seeing the ghost of the grabber, and we kind of see a little bit about how badly PTSD can affect somebody. He's so mad and so angry because of what happened to him and his best friend and so many kids, and he feels like all that fear just like channeled into anger, and it's just really sad to see how fucking pissed off he is. It reminds me of American History X when he's like, hate is baggage, life's too short to be pissed off all the time,
Yeah. Absolutely.
But like I said, you're right, there is a lot of kind of fluff in here that kind of makes it drag a little. Yeah, I guess I didn't really realize that. Because, I think I watched it in 2 parts. I was, like, watched some before work, and then I, like, finished after work. So maybe the fact that I took a break didn't make the pacing feel as, like, convoluted.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. I'm totally seeing what you're saying now that I'm going back through it with you.
I got to a point I said, okay, I'm bored. Is this the same movie I watched in theaters? Because I remember in theaters being like, this is awesome. And then I was sitting there, I was like, oh, and then Starlight is a dumb name. It's also what I wrote. I think I was in a bad mood at that point. Because I was like, that's dumb. I think
well,
that's
they go to the camp where it turns out that their mom went, and it's a Christian camp, and it's in the snow, like Casey said. They get all the way there. Ernie...
Did they send their kids over Christmas break? Because the reason for summer camp is they're already on break.
Casey,
When do they send their kids on winter?
I'm not from Colorado.
I'm asking our followers.
We could ask Google.
This is the synopsis, in case I forgot anything. Because a lot of my notes are my thoughts and not what happened.
Right.
I wanted to be able to... So anyway, there is a really good
Christmas
decapitation. Break. Yes, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas break. No, there's a really good window decapitation in one of her dreams, and I love that. That was a really cool one. I did like that. So yes, they're at the camp, but everyone else got snowed out, so they didn't make it in. Camp's been canceled. They're going to be the only ones there now. A little bit.
Yeah, they didn't get the call in time. So
yeah. And then I can't remember what the one chick's name is. Mustang? Is she
Mustang.
the girl? Yes. She, like, tells Gwen, like, you're gonna have to sleep in here alone. I'm not a certified counselor, so I can't. And I'm like, why would they make her sleep alone?
Literally, I'm like,
no one else is coming.
Y'all expecting, like, some sort of inspector to come out here and fine you? If emergency services can't even get here, you think
why can't you just let her sleep next to her brother? Like, that's her brother. Like, or why can't you just sleep? Like, she's like 15. I don't understand why she's like, okay, well, you gotta sleep alone, sucks to suck. Legally, I can't be here. First of all, what do you mean? It's not camp. It's not officially camp. These are just people
she knows,
who are
like, the weird shit about this place, you know?
Yes. And it's like, this isn't camp now. This is just people who are trapped in a place because they're snowed in.
Yeah, this is now an emergency situation, and we just need to survive.
I think that this 15, 16-year-old can maybe have someone near while she's sleeping. But okay, whatever. Yeah. I'm just a person. I don't work here.
I'm just a girl.
Yep. But of course she does eventually sneak over there because she has bad dreams, and who the fuck wants to sleep alone? So she's cuddling
with Ernesto,
with little Ernie. Cute. And they have this cute little conversation, and then Finney's like,
you think I'm beautiful too?
Finn, you rotting shit stain. Have you been listening this whole time?
I'm right fucking here. Which I get.
Literally.
It's like, how's he supposed to not hear?
Finn's funny, dude. He's got that, like, very sarcastic, dry humor.
Yes.
And I don't feel like we got to see a lot of that in the first one, because I feel like he just had to be in survival mode the whole time.
Exactly.
And so, it's nice to see how trauma affects other people and makes them funnier, too. Makes me feel seen.
That is something that I wrote around this time is I'm trying to figure out what this movie is trying to say. If it's trying to say anything. I love Gwen, and I love Gwen as a final girl, and I love her as the main character in some ways.
The weird pops of religion, though.
Yeah, you know? And it just seems like it would have made more sense to continue with Finney as the main character and explore the way this trauma really has affected him, and the way that it's, completely changed the reason he does smoke all the time, and, to numbness, and, it's mentioned, but he's such a side character in this movie, he's so sidelined, that I'm just, wouldn't it make more sense to, focus on him and how he's coping with stuff from the last movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I
we
agree.
could still...
We see a little bit of it, but not nearly as in-depth. And I would have much rather dove into that than God and spirituality.
Yeah,
Even
and
a little bit.
We can still make Gwenny the target. Like, we can still make it so the grabber wants to kill Gwenny to hurt Finn, but still make Finn's story, feelings, and character the center. And not... And like I said, I love Gwen. We can still have her as the secondary main character. But
Right.
it just... Yeah, it felt like... It could have been so much better, I feel like, if we really would have focused on Finney again. And Mason James is so fucking talented. Oh my god. I mean, everyone in this cast is, but he is truly so fucking great.
So good. I love his performance in this too. I loved the end when he was able to fully be vulnerable and like, yeah, I just think it was beautiful. I will say I love a thing I love about this movie is like when it does go into like the kind of dream sequences, there's like the Super 8 style kind of film grain to it.
Very like lo-fi.
Yeah, very, very like grainy, which is super cool. It reminds me of like the found tapes in Sinister.
Ooh, yes. Which C. Robert Cargill and Scott Derrickson made.
And we had Ethan Hawke and James Ransone.
Yep. They tend to make a lot of movies together.
Have we done Sinister?
I don't think so.
Can we sometime?
Absolutely. Fucking love that movie. I still can't watch it at Home Alone.
James Ransone. The second one too, where he's like the main guy.
Yes. Maybe we might. We can just do them both back to back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think...
I'm falling the fuck apart for James Ransone right now.
I know, dude. I was at my fucking in-laws' Christmas dinner, and you texted me, and I just started crying, and I'm like, I gotta go before I have to explain to these people why I'm crying over celebrity death. I love him.
Right.
Anyway.
It was a hard one for us.
It was hard. That was rough.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I do like the dream sequence, because after all this crap happens, or all these dreams, blah, 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 we do get a really cool one where Finney is in the phone booth. He's on the phone with the grabber, and the camera's kind of going around them, and I do like the grabber's line of... hell is not flames, Finney, it's ice.
It's
Nothing
ice.
burns like the cold. Yeah. And Gwen gets her fucking ass kicked in the kitchen.
Oh my god, so we get to meet, before this, the other people that were stuck there are Barbara, and I can't remember Barbara's husband, but Barbara is she is a sanctimonious cunt. She
Not
thinks
with that damn child.
She thinks that Gwen's possessed. She's like, get me the fuck away from all of these people. They're foul-mouthed little children. But she is literally, like, watching Gwen get the shit beat out of her and is, like, you can... think if you saw the most Christian person in your entire life, like, meeting Linda Blair. Like, they would probably, like, have a panic attack and die, right? Thinking she was, like, actually
She did get
possessed.
a lot of death threats.
Yes, yeah. And that's exactly how I felt that Barbara was feeling. She was just like,
she said, you
Lord
have the devil in you,
Jesus.
child.
I'm praying. I'm praying.
Oh, Lord.
She's not a bastard! Margaret.
Right.
Oh, Margaret from Wife Swap.
Right. So, eventually... Hold on. Yeah, I mean, they're at the camp for a while. There's some more dreams. There's not a lot happens until they get to... They, like, are all sitting in the church or the chapel or whatever, and there's the huge exposition dump about Wild Bill. Because we keep seeing the kids carve WBH into the ice. So, turns out it's because there was a guy at the camp who they called Wild Bill.
He's a maintenance guy.
Yeah, and he turns out to be the grabber. Turns out to be Ethan Hawke.
And they mentioned that, like, he was really good at, like, ice skating. He was, like, he, like, did, like, the hockey, ice hockey for the kids and stuff. But, I was gonna say, so when we see the grabber in, like, Finney's dream, or whatever, or I don't know if that was a dream or reality, I said that his vibe gave me Jason Voorhees specifically in Freddy vs. Jason. I know this is so random, but where, like, you get to see, like, the frayed hairs on the side of the head, and, like, the mask is, like, decrepit. Like, it just, his state of mask at that point, like, before he took the bottom part off, it just was very, like, reminded me of, like, a Friday the 13th, like, vibe. And with it being at a camp, I was like, this is Freddy the 13th, because it's nightmares and a fucking camp. Black Phone 2, Freddy the 13th.
Freddy the 13th. That's the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Nightmare at Crystal Lake.
God damn it, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh my gosh. So sorry, I really needed to say.
No, that was amazing. I loved that. Absolutely, I agree with that. When they're in the church, they're, discussing all this, they're like, oh, we could never find the bodies, but they didn't search the lake because it was already frozen over. Oh, but there's tools right by the lake to cut a hole big enough in to fit a body. Then why didn't you search? Whatever, I don't work here.
So Mondo feels personally like he needs to find these kids. I like Mondo. Mondo's a good dude.
I like Mondo. And oh my god, I couldn't remember when I rewatched this. I couldn't remember what happened. I got fooled again. I thought Mondo was gonna die. I was like, nah, Mondo!
I literally was like, justice for Mondo!
And then he ends up being fine, so it's all good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they eventually... So this is kind of when the movie starts to get good again for me.
When they start to go out on the ice and look for the bodies.
Yeah, they're looking for the bodies. They're, like, scooping away the ice and clearing it away, and they got their flashlights.
This whole scene is so sick.
Yes. This is... at some point, Dad shows back up to help because because
Dad
friend,
heard that they were snowed in at the camp, and he called in a favor, and he shows up not knowing anybody's, like, he's just like, hey guys, I'm here to save the day, and Finn is like, get us the fuck out of here, and Gwen is like, I'm staying, and he's like, no, the fuck, we're not staying. And then Gwen's like, I'm staying. And then they're both like, fine.
I like this scene because she really gets to show off her acting skills. And she's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to beat me? Are you going to get drunk? Are you going to drag me in the car? And you can just see how much it really hurts the dad to, And it's like, she's like, no, listen to me, please. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm so serious. Like, right. I don't see Gwen going out of her way to say something like that to hurt her dad, just to hurt him. Like she meant that. She's like, this is how serious I am about the situation.
Right. So yeah, Dad's there. He's helping to scoop away the ice. Around here is when Gwen has a dream.
Yeah, they're trying to keep Gwen awake, but she purposely falls asleep because she wants to try to, like, fight the grabber, essentially.
Well, I was gonna say,
or
before
him.
That, so before that is when she has the dream, and I'm not sure how I feel about this part. It starts with the mother, like, waking up, driving to the grabber's house, and seeing the little, discovering that Wild Bill, who was worked at the camp she used to go to, is the murderer of these boys. And it's because she has the same dreams that Gwen has. So we're watching Gwen dream this of when her mom woke up in the middle of the night, drove over there, found the kid, gets abducted by the grabber, driven back to her home, and hung in her garage. So this retcons the death from the first movie, where we thought that the mom killed herself. And then obviously this movie tells us that that's not true. I don't know how I feel about it, because in some ways I do like that the family can know that that's not how it happened. But also it feels... I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't think the movie would make sense without it, because it's like, why would she be the one to, like, hear these or, like, see these letters and stuff, like, why is she the one with these, like, powers bestowed upon her, and, like, why would the grabber be coming after her in the first place? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think in that sense you could have cut out a lot of the mom stuff. And, again, focused more on Finney's side of things.
Right.
Because then it would just be... Because the grabber's bringing him there. If that's where the grabber started his... And, like, the grabber could have just started his, murdering there, and it just had nothing to do with the mom. And now he's bringing them back, because that's where he derives his power, and he wants his revenge on Finney and Gwen. And I like some of the mom stuff.
It as like an exposure therapy, like, let's go check out this place because it's like, this is, after researching, we found out this is where the grabber got his start. And
right, yeah.
But it's actually like the grabber's like spiritual powers that are kind of pulling them to make this bad decision.
Yeah, and he's like making Gwen dream about that place and bring them there, and then, not so much the mom's dreams doing it. And I like a lot of the mom stuff, especially at the end, because it really, the payoff at the end, I cried the second time.
I cried both times.
Yeah. Oh, I cried both times, yeah.
I'm like, we need to stop fucking covering movies with dead parents.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of horror movies with dead parents, and Disney movies with dead parents.
My life is a horror movie, and a Disney movie.
That's because you're a Disney princess.
I will not elaborate. That's probably going to be the screen grab of the episode, or just
right. Oh,
Lord. We're doing great.
We are.
I got a cheese and fruit plate staring at me. It's like, eat me. We're getting there, buddy.
I got leftover Greek's pizza downstairs calling my name.
Hell yeah.
But before that, yes. So I don't know. There are things that I like about the mom's inclusion. There are things that I don't. I do agree with you though. If with the way they include the mom in this and the way that she's such a central part of the story, absolutely, it would make a damn bit of sense without this part. And in that sense, and that's why I said I don't know how I feel about it, because I do like that. I love that scene. I love Jeremy Davies acting, and he just seems so devastated. He's like, what did you do? What have I done? I like that he doesn't have to blame himself anymore. I like that the kids, I mean, their mom's still dead, but at least they don't have that hanging over their head of, why did my mom leave me? She didn't. She was taken from you. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that helps, because I haven't lost a parent like that, but it's gotta feel a little cathartic to at least know the truth.
And at that moment, too, like, that scene with the father is so sad, because he's like, what did you do? What did I do? And he was, like, blaming himself.
Yeah. I did,
I'm about to start my period, so, like, don't worry about me. But, like,
I did write at one point, so I don't know how I feel about retconning the mom's death. I did write, so do you think it's true, or did he just conjure it? Because he says in this moment,
I'm doing you a courtesy.
And he says something like, I conjured this for you, or something like that.
Out of the memories that it let me keep.
Yeah, and it's like, well, is he allowed to manipulate? Like, can he... And I don't know why he would do that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
know.
I think it's probably true, but it was like a split second of me being like, ooh, I wonder. But then, yeah, I don't know why he would do that.
I love the line, I'm a bottomless pit of sin. Yeah. That's sexy. Because I, too,
He said,
am
I'm
a
a
bottomless
bottom.
pit of sin. And cinnamon rolls.
He should have just said, I'm a bottom. Period.
I'm a bottom, Bella.
This is the bottom of a
This
killer,
is the
Bella.
bottom of a bottom, Bella. This is the top of a bottom, Bella.
Fucking stupid. So there is a moment where I love this one shot where Mondo is like trying to cut through the ice to find the kid underneath, because the kids are in barrels, basically, their bodies down in the water, and the grabber like slides up behind him, and he's like hitting the ice, and the axes are like hitting at the same time. And I thought that was just such a cool shot, because that's when Mondo falls in the ice, and I was like,
we lost
I'm so fucking pissed if he's gonna die, but he doesn't. And Gwen wakes up from her dream, and they go and save him. And
yeah, I'm so happy.
yes.
He found Felix while he was down there, one of the missing boys. So that's one kid down. They got two left. Well, one kid up from below the ice.
Yeah.
They were
What lies
bottoms
below?
too. Oh God! No, I'm sorry.
No! Stop it.
I'm sorry. Can't joke about fucking. You can't.
Stop it.
Good thing we're not monetized.
No one would ever.
Some
So,
stupider people have been monetized.
right. So this is when they're trying to get under the ice to get to the kids. The grabber is attacking them from the, dream realm or whatever. Gwenny falls asleep on purpose to fight him. And she goes under the ice in her dreams and gets the barrels and sends them up. And much like, so we're going to have to talk about, like what you said earlier, we were joking about. A lot of people have compared this to Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy powers, because he has dream powers. Mm-hmm. He does not have a monopoly on dream. You know what I mean? I don't... Like, there are lots of horror movies that involve, like, dreams and bringing things from dreams. And, like, yes, I get that it is similar. But first of all, we haven't had a fucking nightmare movie in forever. We had a good one and even longer. Mm-hmm. And it just, like, let them do... I don't know. I just hate everyone that complains about that part. Because it's like, no, they don't have a monopoly on dreams.
I thought it was
no,
really
I didn't mean
fun.
you. I meant the internet.
I haven't even... I watch a couple of people's, like, reviews and stuff, like, just on, like, Facebook Reels, and there are a lot of people that I'm like, I really trust your opinion, but for the most part, I try not to, like, go on and read them, because I get so fucking annoyed. I'm like, you make a better one, and then I'm like, it's not helpful for me to just get angry, so I just don't.
I only do it when we cover a movie, and it's because I want to know what the consensus is, and then, it's usually when I'm reading, like just people's like interpretations of it, and then of course there's like their thoughts and feelings on it too.
Well, that's what makes our podcast fun, is you like to do the preparation. I don't, so we got our difference of opinions. I'm just kidding.
And you come out with Freddy the 13th, and it's the greatest thing that's ever been said. Nightmare on Crystal Lake.
Nightmare on Crystal Lake, exactly.
I'm obsessed.
That's the working title.
Yes.
I love this scene, though. I fucking love when Barbara fucking he trips her husband and like trips her, and she like ba-doom bumps her, like smashes her fucking face on the ice. Ba-doom. And Christopher Walken said, "The ice is gonna break."
The ice is gonna break.
It's gonna break.
It's gonna break. The ice is gonna break. I could do that 100,000 times. I watched that recently again.
Throwback
I
to the
miss
Dead
Stephen King
Zone.
summer. Yep. I
That was
did
so
it.
fun. Jason Lee.
Fuck that guy.
Your name isn't even Earl.
No, it's not. So they're fighting on the ice with the grabber. I do think that the ice skating on the ice feet is a little cheesy, but I kind of like it. So I'll let it go. It's kind of fun.
I'm like, they let you have skates in hell?
No, I think he just stuck some ice to his feet. That's what it looks like. It looks like there's just a line of ice on the bottom of his foot in it because he's all frozen.
It looks pretty rough. But
he's not doing great, okay?
no, his face, like, his face is off of his face. His face is no longer a face. It's like a not faced face.
Yeah, it's like face off.
I was convinced I knew.
He took his face off like in Face Off.
He took his face off like in Face Off.
Like in Face Off.
Directly off.
Yep.
Freddy the Trash Man's here. I was like,
Face Off.
Freddy the 13th.
Like in Face Off.
Face Off.
Like in Face Off. My leg is off.
My leg.
What kind of elephant? Sorry, now we're just quoting shit.
No, we are just
so
wrong. I'm sorry.
No, this is why we don't record on 420.
I said
no.
He's not sexy. This is where I wrote he's not sexy in this movie. Ah! I'm really struggling over. The gummies, the gardening gummies are they're kicking.
Feeling fine.
Feeling kicking is what I said.
So, he is fighting with Gwen. He's, like, skating at her. This is, like, the finale, like, the penultimate moment.
Yeah, he used his axe, like, sliced, like, barb in her man's forehead. That was crazy.
Yeah. And he's like, you can't fight me. And she says, like, I brought friends. And so the boys in the, like, big barrels start popping up through the ice and, like, tripping him and coming after him. And they eventually pull him down in the ice. And, but before they do, I like this part.
I love it. Gwen stabbed him in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And then Finney is just grabbing his face and smashing him into the freaking ice. Like,
I like that.
Boo, boo, takes all that fucking anger inside of him out on that face. Where are we going to get another face this late in the season?
Right, exactly. So, I do like a lot that there's a few times where we see both sides of, like, both POVs. We see it from, like, the dream world where you can see everything, and then it'll cut to the real world where, like, Gwen and the grabber aren't there, so it just looks like he's slamming nothing into the ground over and over. Or when, like, earlier, when the grabber's, like, trying to throw her in the oven, and it just looks like she's, like, floating in the air, basically. I like that we get to see, because, I mean, that's, and I know I said it's not, I hate comparing it to Nightmare, but I like that we get that same kind of Nightmare on Elm Street, sort of, where you see both POVs, and you're like, ooh, this is scary.
I absolutely agree, because, like, I don't know what's scarier, is being the person to see it or being someone to not see it. I don't think I have an answer for that, you know?
Right.
Because, like, I'm seeing this horrifying thing, or I don't know where the threat is, and I don't like either of those options, personally.
No. Fuck that. So eventually, yes, he does get pulled under the lake. Oh, Gwynny cuts his feet off. His little ice skate feet. Boop.
Yeah, that was really funny. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop. But he grabs his mask and goes down to the water.
He does get his mask last second. Good for you, buddy.
But the boys, the boys drag him
down under.
The missing boys. And then we get Gwen and Ernie.
Adorable and a little awkward.
Just how I would want it.
Exactly. This is how teenagers are.
Yeah.
But yes, that is very cute. And then we get the ending that I had to warn a few friends about before they watched this the first time. Because Gwen and, well, they're all about to leave the camp, and the phone starts ringing, and instead of Finney hearing it like usual, Gwen does. And she picks it up, and I start sobbing. And Jess is super not okay about it. Yeah, no. It's a very, very sweet scene.
I'm crying again.
I'm crying,
That's what
yes. Literally.
I wrote I'm sobbing earlier, and then I'm crying again.
Yep. It's just a very sweet call where she tells her she loves her, and she's proud of her, and Finney, and oh, Robin says hi.
And then, like, when we don't, like, hear the conversation she has with Finney after that, but they just, like, hold each other and cry.
Yeah. And she says, Mom, am I always going to be cursed like this? She said, it's not a curse. It was never.
It was never.
And now she can, and I do, that's one of the things that, like I said, I don't know how I feel about it, because retconning that death allows Gwen to feel, to not feel as, like, bad about her, that, like, gift, about those, you know, those powers that she has, because she, you know, for so long was convinced that's the reason her mom was dead, and, you know, now she has that truth, and, yeah. I don't get how anyone says her acting sucks, because in this scene I was absolutely sobbing.
Me too. I'm literally, like I said, I'm fine. I'm just misty. It's misty. It's raining in here.
I swear I'm not crying. The sun's just bright. Ashley, go.
Having the best time of my life. Panic attacks in heaven.
Anywho.
We've gone off the rails.
Yes, we have.
Officially.
So, that is the Black Phone 2. And I think we both had very similar opinions, which is we like parts and we don't like parts. Could be better, could be worse.
Yeah, I love all of our cast in this movie.
Yep.
I love the things that are touched on, like the themes of battling addiction and overcoming grief, and I wish we could have touched on other things more, like the PTSD and life after the grabber.
How that really is going to affect you beyond just
absolutely, like
weed.
Getting more of like, what does the last 3 years look like? I want like little moments of that. So I agree with you on that. But I personally really liked the obviously the dad's redemption arc. That was really loved that. I also really personally liked the mom storyline. I didn't necessarily love the religion part of it, but that's just because I'm not a religion girly.
Yeah.
But I loved that it was something that her and Gwen could connect over, because I'm not a curmudgeon bitch. I'm not going to be like, you guys both love something. That's gross. So I love that for them. But I do feel like, especially like the dad who, like, when Gwen told that mom didn't kill herself, and she's like, I know you blamed yourself. And, like, I feel like maybe he got to release some of that hurt that he's held over the years, too.
Yeah.
So, I think that was why I really appreciated that storyline, because I feel like that moment is going to help all of them heal so much more, knowing that, like, they don't have to, I mean, no one should ever, like, blame themselves for that, but, like, knowing that they don't have to feel that guilt anymore.
Yeah.
And that they also motherfucking handled the man that killed their mother. So,
yeah.
I really liked the mother storyline.
In life and in the afterlife.
Period. But yeah, I love Ethan Hawke. He's daddy, but he is not in this movie.
Yeah, not so much. No. But I am excited to see all of these people in more horror movies. I don't think we need a third one of these, but just more movies. And I mean, I love Scott Derrickson, C. Robert Cargill. I think they're amazing. They've done so much cool shit. I do think we should do Sinister and or Sinister 2 at some point. I think we were talking next about doing the Bone Temple.
Yeah!
Um,
Temple!
My husband wants to be on that episode.
Does
'Cause
he
it's his
like
favorite
the movie?
It's his favorite. He can.
Oh, yeah.
He fucking
We're-
loves that movie.
My only wish is that we could do it in costume, because we want to dress up as characters from this movie for Halloween.
Yes.
So my only wish is that the three of us could do it in our costumes we discussed.
As Jimmy. How's that?
And then we said we could put Jeff. Never mind, I can't say this. You guys don't need to know our secrets. We'll discuss
Yes.
later.
How's that?
How's that? But anyways, I'm down with Bone Temple.
Yeah,
We'll do
I
a
think that'll
special
be
edition
next.
Halloween episode when we have our costumes on.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And because hopefully they're making a third one eventually.
I hope so.
Go see movies in theaters, guys, because that's how we get really good
Yeah.
sequels. Like this sequel, pretty good. Bone Temple, best sequel, like maybe ever. Like
I
Smile
love Bone
too
Temple.
good as far as sequels go. Like
I love and
Bone
Smile
Temple is
so
my
much.
favorite.
I love
of
I
the
love it
series.
so much. I love
It's
it.
oh,
It's
it's
mine
so good.
too.
Ray
Oh my God.
Fiennes.
I'm literally about to cry. You can tell I'm PMSing because I'm literally just like, I love that movie, and we're okay. Good, another one about dead parents. Let's fucking go.
Hey, at least the parent died in the last one, and this one's not so much about the dead parents.
But I cannot forget.
I cannot forget. I cannot forgive. So, I think that'll be next. Make sure to follow us on all the social medias and stuff. We've been trying to post a little more. Maybe we'll get back on the TikTok eventually. I don't fucking know, but we'll figure it out. But anyway, until next time, stay spooky.
Stay spooky. Bye.
Bye.